Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Let Them Trade. Now I'm going to have a little quick first look at this game which releases on the 24th of July. I am about to go on holiday, so I wanted to squeeze something in to release just in time for you to check it out before it releases. It's a really cool game. It's set on like your living room table basically, and it's all kind of like little bits of woodwork and stuff, and it's really nice. It's like tile based, and you basically have to build a network of cities that produce and trade resources. There's a castle to upgrade, and you need to protect your cities from cheeky bandits, tinker with the economy at your own pace, and watch this charming wooden world grow into a lively and thriving kingdom. It's a very relaxed city builder set in a friendly atmosphere where there are simulated supply chains that are influenced by the trade of other resources between cities. There's a lovely vibrant world full of little details to discover, lightweight combat between your knights and the enemy roaming bandits, and there are a sandbox campaign and a different campaign that is full of scenarios with different goals and challenges. It is not something that is going to take up loads of time. It's not a punishing game with loads of difficulties where you require perfect planning. It is chilled out, cozy and relaxing, almost like you're playing a board game at home solo. So we have completed the tutorial already, and we now have our king here who is going to tell us what we need to do in the first level of the campaign. We need to spruce up the kingdom's wood production, and this forest seems like a fine area for lumber. We'll firstly need to establish an economy before we build up a population of workers, then we can expand and optimize wood production. Sadly, I won't be able to oversee this personally, as the outdoors wreak absolute havoc on my complexion. That's when I thought of you. You don't care about complexions, do you? I didn't think so. Now let's get to work. We've got our king here, and this is his loyal servant, Mr. Nuts. And yeah, so we get our basic main quest. We need to establish a basic economy by building two cities, one to produce wood and another to produce potatoes. So we can see here on the map there's some nice area here. I think this area would be good for our lumber, or maybe through here. We can link them all up with roads and get stuff built really nicely, but also down here is quite good. So we've got fertile ground here, but we've also got two sets of trees there, and maybe down here actually. This is a good one. So we're going to go with basics. We're going to build a city centre here, and then we will build another city centre up here where the land is pretty fertile. That's good. Then we need to build 4 peasant homes. So we go to our peasants tab here, and you'll see here we have peasant homes that we can build. We'll build one there. We'll build another one here. And then over here, we're going to build a peasant home there and another peasant home there. Then we'll build our potato farm here, another one here. And then our lumberjacks can go in the forest. We'll put one here. And we'll put another one here. Good. Right, okay, so we've got those done. Our peasant homes will link up, and then we can go back to our basics and we can build a road. And now we can put our roads going through various houses and stuff to link all the way back up to the nearest location. And this basically increases the speed at which you'll be able to carry resources throughout your kingdom. So there we go. We've linked everything up back to our castle keep, and you can see there the road actually goes through that peasant home, which is quite nice. And yeah, we then have Stonebridge, which tells us that 0% of the villagers are happy. 50% budget of all cities come from Stonebridge, and they have 100% relative wealth. And we have the same here at Dewhurst, where 0% of the villagers are happy again. So our milestones here, you can see we need to trade 25 wood and 25 potatoes. We're going to speed things up. You'll see the lovely little tinkling of things being completed, and there we have stuff coming on. And now, fine work. Look at those little settlements. How quaint. But fine words doth butter no parsnips, nor chop any wood for that matter. I've allotted you more land to develop, and now it's time to get really serious. So you can see the size of the map has gone pretty big. We're going to need many more inhabitants to work as lumberjacks. Wood doesn't grow on trees, you know. Grow the population so that we have enough workers to meet production requirements. So we now need to build some more city centres and get some more peasants. We currently have 4 out of a required 16, so we're going to need to build some more city centres. I quite like over here, we've got mountains there, we've also got some stone, so maybe we could go there, and further afield there's a gold deposit. The desert tiles, this is barren land, so we can build city buildings and road, but we don't get anything else from that land, which is makes things a little bit difficult. So we are going to build another city centre, and I think I'll put one. Is this barren land as well? Yes, it is. Maybe we could put a city centre there, and then have some more lumberjack buildings on either side of it. So let's build another city centre there. Put it there. Then we'll go to our peasants again, and we'll put a peasant home on the barren land there, and another peasant home there. Then we can build some more lumberjack buildings on either side of it. Then I'll build a road that goes from here all the way through to link up there. And we can, lastly, I think we should put another area to produce potatoes in. And that will go probably down. Could we put it here? Yeah, I think we'll put it there. So we'll build another city centre down here. And then we can build some more peasant houses. We can put one here and one here. And then we'll go with some potato farms right there. Probably not the best location for it, but I quite like it being down in the corner there. And we'll link that all up with a road. So we should be getting close to the amount of peasants that we need. I'm going to put a few more in here. Is this where we're building our... Yes, this is where we have our potato farm. So put another one there. And another one down here next to Stonebridge where the lumberjacks are. And that should see us reach 16 peasants. But we do need to just make sure that we've got plenty of housing for them. There we go. So we need to get our wood production up to 70 wood per minute. We need to upgrade a lumberjack, which we can do at our castle keep. So in our castle keep here, if we have a look at our castle tab, you can see we can build a research centre. Now we're going to build that at the back of the castle keep. We can also build a provisioner, which provides the goods that our knight will need for scouting. Now we don't need that right now, and we can talk about that at another time. Then we just need to click on this little tab here where our castle keep is, and that will open up the research tab. Now in our research tab, we're going to be able to have a look, and you can see here, we can start upgrading some stuff. What we want to do is upgrade our lumberjack to level 2. So we'll go to our research tab, find our lumberjack, click level 2, and you'll see we start generating those research points. If we go over here, there we go. The remaining number of production cycles to complete our research, and it's going up pretty quickly. Once we get that done, we can then start upgrading our lumberjacks, and that will increase the production of all of our lumberjacks. We can also upgrade cities. So if we head over to Stonebridge here, it is ready for an upgrade because it has one city it'll give us those upgrades. And what we need to get to is a certain amount of happiness, I think. But we can upgrade that village now. We'll also upgrade Dewhurst. There we go. And that gets 2 cities upgraded to level 2. Then we can start upgrading our lumberjacks. So over here was where our lumberjacks are. We're going to upgrade our first one there and a second one there. And we'll go over to Fernwell and we'll upgrade that one. We can't afford it yet. We need a little bit more. And what we can do if we do need it is we can go to our castle and we can directly purchase lumber over here. So you see there, that's going to be pretty cheap for us. So we can buy some wood from Stonebridge and buy some wood from Fernwell, and that'll go straight to the castle's inventory. We currently only have 271 in the castle keep, but we are getting a nice amount of money coming in, which should allow us to upgrade these at Fernwell right now. We can't afford it because we don't have 300, so that's what it is. If we go to our resources here, we might be able to sell some stuff. So if we sell, can we sell this? What about trading resources with other cities? There we go. So we can sell the planks to Stonebridge, and that will bring in a bit of money. So we send those planks off down to Stonebridge, and money from Stonebridge comes back into the castle, so we can now upgrade that lumberjack, and we can upgrade this lumberjack. There we go. Then that should see our wood production go up, and we can also, this city is almost upgraded, I think. What's the hold up here? We need a little bit more plank. That's what it's missing. So we can go to our castle keep, we can go into our resources, and we can sell some planks to Dewhurst. Doesn't give us a lot of money, but let's do it. There we go. That's what they need to get the upgrade done. And that should complete now. There we go. So we got 2 cities upgraded. If we can get a tax income holding of 100 for 30 seconds, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Anyway, our lumberjacks here still need to be upgraded. They're still not quite finished yet. And do they need something then? What do they need? Wood and planks. Let's have a look at Fernwell and see what they've got in stock. They don't have any timber in stock, so we can now sell planks to Fernwell. There we go. We don't have any planks left in stock, so can we now buy some? I don't think we can. I think that means we're going to have to research something to make planks. So if we go to our sawmill, that is currently done. We've already upgraded, learned that. So we can now build a sawmill somewhere. If we go to our peasants, there's a sawmill here, and we're actually going to build it here. Maybe here. Yeah, that's a good place for it. Right then. So let's speed up. Once that sawmill is done, we'll be able to start producing planks in Stonebridge, and that will see our profits go up a little bit further. Dewhurst is now upgraded, Stonebridge is upgraded, and our wood production is starting to increase. Once we get this one done, we just need a little bit more wood. We don't have any planks there, so if we buy some planks from Stonebridge, and then we'll be able to... These do have the upgraded lumberjacks. Yes, they do. Right, so looking at these homes, they might be the next thing we need to upgrade, because if I have a look at what we've got available, we do have a few lumberjacks working there and there, and we do have 2 people working there, so that should be okay. People are working in the peasant homes, so that's good. And that is now upgraded, so we're at 68 out of 70 wood production per minute. I think we're probably going to need one final lumberjack's hut just to finish it all off. So we'll put that in, and then we'll put a peasant home nearby as well, I guess. Doesn't look like I can fit one in, so that's not the best planning, but once this lumberjack's hut is built, Fernwell will see the production go up. It's actually gone down. It might be because we need to build another peasant home, so I'm going to put one there. And that should see us get to where we need to be. But let's go to research then and see if we can research an upgraded peasant home. Then we can start upgrading some of those houses. But you can see here, we've got... Oh, there we go. That's more like it. Now, that's the kind of wood production Mr. Nuts and I had in mind. You really have a knack for the deforestation and destruction of old-growth forests. Congratulations. And we have completed our first scenario. So branching out is done. We can finish here and move on to fishy business. All right. So, again, it's going to be more of the same. A happy population is the key to a strong economy. Inhabitants are not fully satisfied by their basic needs, but require luxury resources to be truly happy and fully productive. Fish is a luxury resource for the peasants, although I personally don't have a taste for them. The fish, that is, not the peasants. I guess it's understandable if your only other source of sustenance is potatoes. I have it on very good authority that there are bountiful fishing grounds around here. Start by building a basic economy, producing some scouting packages, and sending the knight to scout the south. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. So we need to build 2 city centres, one to produce wood and another to produce potatoes. It will likely remind you of this every single time. My first city centre is going to go here. My second city centre will go down here. A little bit close together on these cities, but we'll deal with that now. So let's go in. We'll build our peasant home. We'll build one down here and another one down here, and then we'll put potato farms in right next to those houses. Good. Then we'll go to another peasant home, and we'll put one here and one here, and then 2 lumberjacks. There we go. Then we can connect it all up with a road, so that Green Spur can get to Willowholt, and then the Castle Keep will provide a nice route going all the way in. We'll go here. Yes, we know that. Okay, we'll leave that alone for now. But we have now got a target here. So these tiles here that have let them trade written on, they are unexplored tiles. And we didn't have that in our first campaign map. But now that we have them, we need to go to our castle keep here. We need to access this little knight tab at the top here. This gives us Sir Wymond, and now Wymond has a few different things that we can get him to do. We can jump to the knight, which tells us that he's in the castle. We can order him back to the keep, which won't work because he's already there. We can set him to scout mode, where he will start revealing nearby tiles if he has any scout packages. He currently has 8 scout package and will reveal 1 tile for every scout package, and then over here he has a combat strength. So we can set him to guard mode, and then we can send him off somewhere, and any enemies in these areas he will attack. You can see that white outline there. Other than that, we can set him to scout and have him head for the tiles nearby, and he will start revealing them. Now, Wymond, you can see here, he's just running on land, so he's okay for now. But as he goes into a forest, he does slow down. So apparently there's no fish after all. I was told without a doubt, 100% guaranteed that there would be some there. I guess that serves me right for listening to that wandering shaman. Oh well, lesson learned. In future, only trust in the old and tested astrology, tea leaves, and animal sacrifice. Anyway, there should be fish around here somewhere. Send your knight to look to the north for fishing grounds. Looks like you're going to need some more scout packages though, so don't forget to build a provisioner. So, over here, you can see some more tiles. So Wymond is going to need to head back home. And we're going to need to build a provisioner. So to do that, we're going to need to go to our basics, our castle tab. We're going to need to click on provisioner, and we're going to need to build a provisioner. There we go, that is done. Now, Wymond is continuing to explore, so I'm actually going to send him back to the keep. He has unlocked a few new areas, but it looks like we're completely sealed off by some mountains there, which is a bit frustrating. We can also look at upgrading some cities to level 2, so we're going to do that now. Both Greenspur and Willowholt get upgraded to level 2, and that is a milestone knocked off. Excellent. Right, so we can go to our castle keep. Our provisioner is now going to start creating provisions for our scout. So he can now head back out, and we're going to have him scout over here. We can't get him to there, so we actually do need to unlock some nearby plots. It is random. You don't have much control over where you send him to, but he will be able to start pushing through here now, and then he'll head back to stock up on his provisions, which we are making quite a few of now. We've got 46 in the castle, so we will be able to keep on exploring, which is good. But I will just quickly change it so that he heads over to that direction, and we can keep heading towards it. We've discovered a new resource in the form of stone, so we can build a town here that would start mining stone for us. Now that I've got to here, I can set him to scout a little bit further afield, and he should unlock the tiles nearby and hopefully scout out some fishing grounds for us. There we go. We have unlocked this one here, which is good, I think. So we should now be able to go a little bit further afield, and he'll scout the remaining tile there to hopefully unlock some fishing grounds for us because, yeah, we need it. I now have one more city that I need to upgrade, but I think we have gotten stuck because of the lack of resources. So let's go back to our building tab. We'll go to our basics, our peasants, and we'll build a sawmill right here next to the lumberjack. And then that'll start bringing in some planks, which hopefully Greenspur will be able to make use of. And we now have one fishing ground scouted, hopefully. Where is he? We'll get Sir Wymond back out and send him to scout there. And that should be the final fishing grounds. I guess that's where they are, given the fact that that's where he needs to scout. So that should be nice and easy for us. There we go. And we need to build a city here and start fishing. Now, Wymond, I'm just going to have him scout this little tile here because I feel like he needs to. It would have been frustrating not having him there. Then we will build a city centre right on the shoreline so we can get some fish. Now, Wymond is going to go home and stay in the castle keep while he stocks up on provisions and stuff. And now Halewood has a city founded, and we can move on through, link it all up with a road, and they should be able to trade pretty quickly. So we can build a fishery here and a fishery there, and then we want to put 2 peasant houses nearby so that the peasants have easy access to those fisheries, and they'll be able to start delivering fish to the rest of the population, which is a luxury good. Excellent. So we've also unlocked some nearby tiles as well. What do these need? It looks like we are in need of some planks, which we don't have, but they will head off now and hopefully buy some. Greenspur has now upgraded itself, which is nice. And it looks like we've got timber coming in, but we don't have any planks coming in. So what we can do is go to our castle keep, have a look at what resources we've got. We've got 30 in there. Can we buy some? So we can actually buy some cheaply from Willowholt. So I'll place an order there, and then I'll sell them straight to Halewood, and that will be done. So they can finish off their fishery, which is now hopefully going to be complete after that. And that should... Yeah, there we go. Now we just need to get 25 fish into our storage. If we have a quick look at our castle keep here, you can see we've got fish there, so we can actually place an order to make sure that we are buying enough, and then we can sell it to others. So this is actually really useful. So I currently have an order here that I'm going to target stock of 30 planks. I'm going to actually boost that up to a target stock of around about 50. And then I just want to make sure that I have all of these in stock all of the time. So with my fish, it's set at 30, which means my castle will go and they will buy fish from Halewood, store them in the castle keep, so that I can then sell them to other villages immediately. Now, we can try, I think there's a way to prioritize stuff. So if we turn on the trade state, that will mean my castle will always buy them to keep them stocked at that amount every single time. So you can see here, we should have people now going to the castle or coming from the castle to stock up my keep. Otherwise, they will just continue to move them around and sell them to Greenspur and stuff. What I really do want is to have them here. And we could definitely do with having them at that target amount, but right now I can't seem to be able to buy them, probably because all of the other surrounding villages are actually getting them now. And I need to get 25 fish in storage because that's what I've been asked to do. So we do need to, we can upgrade the city to a small town, but we do need stone for that. And I'm still trying to get fish in storage, but because of the fact that people are trying to get so many supplies, I'm not able to meet demand. So I can see here, see Halewood gets it, but then it's immediately used. If I turn off potatoes and planks, there we go. We now have 15 in storage, so that's good. That means our provisioners will go straight there and get the fish that we need. And we can now actually immediately sell that to Greenspur for a profit, or Willowholt as well. Anyway, we now have, yeah, okay, so wonderful. With that fish, I'm sure the peasants will be happy in no time. Why wouldn't they be? What luxury. Your work is done here. I think you're really starting to get the hang of this whole building thing. Keep this up and you may even get as good as Mr. Nuts and I, although I've not seen the king do anything. But we have now completed another scenario. Then we move on to the Silence of the Lambs. The king is sending you to an empty plot land to build up a basic economy and learn about luxury resources. However, he may have more in store for you. This could be your introduction to combat, so that might be good. But this is our first real job. Isn't this place lovely? Trees, mountains, and by the scent of salt on the air, the ocean must be nearby. Do you know what would make this place even more beautiful? If it were economically productive. Today, your goal is to build up a basic economy with all the resources which the peasant inhabitant class needs. Potatoes, wood, fish, and wool. I've built a research centre and a provisioner to speed things up a bit, so let's get building. So we have our castle keep. There's no cities here, so we're going to have to start from scratch. You know how this goes. Start with 2 cities, one which produces potatoes and one for wood. So we're going to build our first city centre down here. Nice bit of fertile ground there so we can get some stuff produced. And then we're going to go over here because I reckon we could potentially go here though. Or here. I'll go there. Then we'll go to our peasant class. We'll build 2 houses here. We'll build our lumberjacks here, and we are underway. Then we can go over here and build our potatoes here, and here, and then a peasant house there, and a peasant house there. Now, I do have some spare tiles as well, so I think I'll get another potato farm and another peasant home. And then we will build a road from Amber Hollow right the way to the castle keep, and then from here to the castle keep as well. We go. Wonderful. Right, we are now producing potato farms, lumberjacks, and then we just need fish, wool. So over here we can probably produce some wool. So let's build another city centre. We do have the money to do that. We can put it... I'm going to put it here. Then we'll go to our peasants. We don't yet have wool unlocked, so we're going to need to go to our research. We're going to go into the research centre. We will build... We've got the sawmill. We're going to go to the sheep farm now. And then we'll add the fishery to the queue. Then we need to select Sir Halric, and he is going to head off looking for resources or looking to scout. So we're going to send him a little bit further down here. And then over here in this city centre of Sunhill, we're going to need to get some basics up and running. We're also going to need to connect it up to the rest of the world and build a peasant house. We're going to build our first peasant house here and another one Yeah, I think. Now our happy population wants more than just the very basics. They also want some luxuries. I, for example, cannot imagine life without my solid golden mother of... I don't like this guy already. In the case of peasants, their luxury resources are fish and wool. You'll need to build 2 new cities, one for sheep farms and one for fisheries. Sheep farms can be built on any green fertile soil tile, and fisheries must be built on fishing grounds. So, we are going to send our knights to although he might be giving me the location here. Just going to build that peasant house there. I'm going to switch over to Sir Halric, and I'm going to switch his exploration to this space here. Off he goes. Right then. So, city centres. If we get one more, so that's our sheep farming done. And it looks like Sir Halric has found some fish. Good. Now we can build a city with some sheep farms. We know about this. We do need to build our sawmill, though. So let's go over here and build a sawmill there. Good. Then here we can build another new city. We'll put our city centre right there. Then we can build a fishery once we've got that, but we can also build a sheep farm here. Put one there and one next to that. Then we will go to our research tab and have a quick look at how it's going. And our fisheries will be done very soon. So we now have our sheep farm. 2 of them need to be built. And then our fishery, we need to build 2 there as well. We're going to start off by building some peasant houses along the coastline here. Then we need to build a road that links this all up. And then once our fishery is unlocked, which shouldn't take us long, we'll be able to produce fish. And we still need to scout some tiles with the knight. That is now done. Halric has done a very good job there. We are going to send him home, though, because his job is done. And if we trade 50 wool, that'll be good. And just some fisheries to go in now. And that should complete that main quest. So it's really nice. It's pretty chilled out. It's very easy to pick up and play. And I think there's a lot to do. And like looking around here at this little woodwork map, I think is really nice. And we can zoom out and you can actually see we've got a cat. Oh, you can pet the cat. In case you were wondering. And then we can have a little look outside. We've got a nice radio there, little pot plants and stuff. But of course, the main reason we're playing is to make this city look nice and vibrant. And we'll just reset the camera there. Lovely. Right, so 2 cities upgraded to level 2. We can do that. Actually, we'll upgrade Halewood. And we'll upgrade Amber Hollow. There we go. And we just need a little bit more in here to finish off the fish production. Our castle keep does have some items in stock, so we can sell to Mistvale and Amber Hollow. That does wipe us out. Potatoes are still fine. I'm going to head up that with a target amount and let's build another sawmill. There we go. We now need to build a tower, a holiday retreat for the king. Okay. Right, the tower, you're going to need extra resources, so don't forget to do more research. What do we need for the tower then? 50 stone. Right then, so we're going to need to go into our research tab here, and we're going to need to research the quarry, and then we need to build another city centre. There's stone up here, so I guess this is where it's going to go. Right there. And we'll build 2 peasant houses either side of it, ready for action. Get some people moving in, and then we'll build a road that links it all up with the castle keep. There we go. Do I have... Yes, I've still got a city ready to upgrade to level 2. I'm going to make sure that we're getting some of that in. And then, yeah, Amber Hollow will hopefully buy it eventually. And then we just need to build our tower. Let's have a look at the research here. Quarry is in progress, 20% done. And once this is finished, we can say goodbye. I mean, I really like the game. It's been nice to just pick it up and get on with. I can imagine it being very chill once you've got everything set up. It's nice watching all of the resources get transported around. The peasants are happy as well, by the looks of things. Got 100% happiness somewhere. If we have a look, we got 67 there. Mistvale, 100% happy. All because they're getting those luxury goods coming in from the fisheries, which I guess if we upgrade them and upgrade the wool stuff, that's going to be even happier. And generally... yeah, 99% now, 97%, and you can see where all of your budget comes from, as well as the relative wealth of the people that are there, like 124% relative wealth in Sunhill, probably because the wool trade is so strong, and Wheatlow will probably have nothing right now. Let's have a look. Amber Hollow has now had the upgrade. We're making a fair bit of tax income as well, which is nice. And we should, let's have a look, 50% progress on the quarry. Wonder if we can speed that up in any way. Maybe we can buy some resources, I guess. What do we need? We need planks and we need wood. Okay, right. So if we turn on the trading of wood, should be good. Yeah. Yeah, okay, right. Can we buy any immediately from anyone? No, because the wood is not quite ready yet. So if we now build a basic lumberjack here again, and I guess we could put a lumberjack in any of the other towns if there was wood nearby, but there doesn't seem to be, so we can't do that. However, it shouldn't take us long. Once this next lumberjack is built, we'll be improving the amount of wood we're producing over time, and that should see things improve quite dramatically. Let's have a quick look. We're going to need another peasant house, aren't we? We put one here, and then that'll get lumberjacks out and very quickly sorted. Right, okay, so 90% now on the quarry, so it shouldn't take us that long to finish off, and then we can actually build it. Right, good, good, good. 90% progress still. If we have a quick look here, we just need the planks, I think. So going to our research here, having a look. There we go, we've unlocked the quarry. Excellent. So we can go back over to our peasant buildings and we can build a quarry right here. And another one right here. Oh, it doesn't have the required resource there. It's a coal deposit, that's why. But we are able to quarry here. Is there anywhere else where we can build one then? Is that a stone deposit? That's a coal deposit as well. What about here? That is stone. So I wonder if I can now put a stone deposit there and then build a house nearby. So this is Sunhill is starting to grow quite exponentially now. They're demanding planks, and I do have some that I can probably sell them. Wheatlow needs quite a few planks, so I'll sell them, make a quick profit. So it always seems good to have some stuff in stock. And then, if we go to our mission here, we just need to build our tower for the king. I'm going to build him a tower down here by Mistvale. Right there. Then you can have a look over Mistvale and Sunhill very quickly. But it is actually attached to Mistvale, so we're going to see what we can sell. Mistvale will take quite a few planks off us, and that's going to give us a nice tidy profit. And then if we go to our stone here, Mistvale has demand for stone, but it will go all the way through. Wood, let's see if we can actually sell some lumber. We're going to turn that back on. We're going to turn the planks off. We can sell the no, we can't. The demand is now fulfilled, but here we go. Down in Mistvale, you can sell those. There we go. We're nearly there, actually. It's just the stone that we're going to need to get harvested. So we've got quarries in quite a few places now, and they are producing the stone that we need. The wood and the planks are nearly done, and it's just about getting the little bits of stone in. And it looks like we now have that quarry on the go, so you can see very soon we'll start getting quite a bit of stone coming through as well. And we sell that lumber as well. Yep. That's that lumber sold. And then what about... we can't sell that anymore. It looks like the planks are done then, and the stone is coming in quite nicely too. Excellent. Right. So it looks like this tower is going to be complete very soon. We're at 10 of 50. It's just nice watching all of it get transported around very quickly. What I'll do is I'll send out my scout just to get some stuff done. See if we can uncover anything else on the map. 12, 22, good. What's our castle looking like? Have we got anything coming in? We can probably sell some of this stuff as well. Planks. No, we can buy planks. What about stone? Yeah, we can buy some this and then send it straight to Mistvale. Oh, we've done it. The tower is complete. Excellent. And that's it. We have finished this scenario, and that opens up party prep, which is going to be how we start building a warehouse and stuff. But I'm going to leave it there. You can see now the main map is there. We'll just pet the cat to say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed this first look at Let Them Trade. I really like it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to play. I really like as you unlock the map as well, you can put in extra tiles and stuff, and hopefully you'll then get a new map afterwards. It is out on the 24th of July, so do check it out if you want to get a little bit of a more in-depth look yourself at it, or I think it'll be a really nice one to continue playing chilled out. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I will see you next time. Thanks again. Bye-bye.